Kirk was shot and Mikey McCoy immediately ran away like a coward. You can see him right here sprinting away from the scene. His dad, Roy McCoy, who has been implied was Charlie Kirk's pastor, has now been busted lying, saying that his son was covered in blood.
He had blood all over him.
It's almost like he's on the call already. The phone is in his hand, and then he immediately turns, runs off with his hands like this. See him running in the background like a coward. His dad said he was on the phone with him, directing the whole operation.
He has wits about him. He was just directing.
He was not wasting any time. This is way before anybody else had left the scene. There's Charlie in the SUV, and you can see him up in the background bailing.
And I want to thank the Turning Point USA board and my husband's chief of staff, the amazing Mikey McCoy.
Once hailed as Charlie Kirk's so-called spiritual brother, Mikey McCoy now has everyone raising an eyebrow. Because honestly, what kind of best friend walks away so serenely, phone still glued to his ear, while the world around him falls apart?
His ear.
Mikey was behind the tent when Charlie got shot, and Mikey, in less than a second, does something that I find to be quite strange. He puts his phone to his ear, and he begins a conversation.
What really left everyone's jaws on the floor was the wild contrast, because not long before, this very woman's husband had just faced a major public incident. Yet there she was, calm as ever, flashing a smile and saying,
"We're going to be doing about 5 more episodes a week now, so just tell the team and make sure that happens."
3 hours of this, 2 more hours.
She was glowing, absolutely radiant with joy. Meanwhile, Mikey didn't even bother to glance back long enough to notice Charlie Kirk struggling to stay on his feet. And the crowd couldn't help but ask, seriously, what kind of great friend does that?
I don't trust her. I think she was set up to be his wife.
Right.
And then, hey, if he turncoats, you're up. Because if you look at her,
because she's taking over Turning Point, right?
Within 2 weeks,
right.
You have a grieving wife, and she's on a podcast right away.
Right.
Hey, smiling. Oh yeah, I remember when we just got smoked in front of everybody, JFK style, and you're smiling.
Yeah.
So that's weird. That's number one, right? Memorial. Can we all agree that shit looked like fucking, a WWE event? Like, that was WrestleMania.
Right.
Fireworks and all. I'm like, what is this?
And here's the twist. This was the same guy Erika Kirk once gushed over in her emotional debut speech, calling him loyal, trustworthy, and full of heart. But then, things took a sharp turn. Candace Owens dropped a bombshell revelation, saying,
And I'm watching, the minute Charlie was shot, he called me, says, "Dad, Charlie's been shot in the neck. Please call every pastor and pray." It's okay, son. He has wits about him. He was just directing. He had blood all over him.
Reports claim Mikey McCoy flat out refused to say who was on the other end of that call, and that's where the internet lost it. Because if there's nothing to hide, why stay silent? Now, online detectives are dissecting everything. Call logs, timestamps, even faint background voices, hunting for clues. Was Mikey getting instructions? Warning someone? Or did a harmless moment spiral into something much darker? Whatever the truth, one thing's certain, the innocent bystander image is cracking. In the viral clip, Mikey McCoy, PUSA's chief of staff, stands right beside Charlie Kirk, calmly lifts his phone, turns away, and strolls off, zero panic, zero reaction, just eerie composure.
On video, TPUSA Chief of Staff Mikey McCoy stands near Charlie. A shot rings out. Mikey lifts a phone to his ear, turns, and walks away, before Kirk falls. No visible dial motion, no rush to aid. Why?
Many are convinced that Mikey McCoy's eerie calm and perfect timing might just be the biggest clue in this entire mystery. And now, Candace Owens is dragging the spotlight right back to him, the once silent shadow standing beside Charlie Kirk. Because this wasn't just any moment, it was a full-blown, horrific attack.
Because there are a lot of little lies being told, right? Charlie gets assassinated, and the very people who were threatening him, reputationally and financially, are now trying to memorialize him as having died as a friend of Israel. Okay, challenge accepted. All lies will be revealed, and we're going to help reveal those lies.
This is a extremely disgusting attack. And I can speak to that because I was there when it happened and I was next to Mikey when it happened. And what I can say is, I can't say every single thing that happened, but I want to talk about this specific narrow thing. That the shooting occurs. I am next to Mikey. Both of us hear a loud crack. We both turn. We both see Charlie, who has been shot. Both of us, I think at about the same time, realize that means there is a shooter who is on the scene. And, you just hear the crack, so you don't know, did it come from far away? Did it come from close? Is there a mass shooter unfolding right now? So I and him both had the reaction of, let's get out of here before we're both shot. That is not us abandoning Charlie. Charlie had a security team. They all leapt immediately into action. And I'll never forget what I saw because it was clear in the moment that he was profoundly freaked out. What I'll always remember is the way his lip was quivering, which I'd never seen before. And you very rarely see from someone that he was freaking out. And then I think he literally said to me, I might be imagining this, but I think what he literally said was, he was looking around and then he says, I need to call Erika. And then he takes his phone and he begins calling Erika. I put that phone away and then he immediately calls his dad. He calls Rob McCoy and he says, Dad, someone shot Charlie. You need to call all of your pastor friends. Charlie was hit. We need everyone to pray. Right.
But now, it's Mikey McCoy's behavior, both before and after the chaos, that's got everyone talking. Why was he so calm? Why did his reaction feel like it was straight off a script? Candace Owens certainly noticed, calling out how Mikey kept his distance and moved almost too deliberately. Still, in the middle of all the speculation and side eyes, she did pause to give credit where it was due, thanking the first responders who stepped up when everything went down.
I want to thank the first responders who struggled heroically. And I want to thank the Turning Point USA board, the COO, Justin Strife, and my husband's chief of staff, the amazing Mikey McCoy.
Wait a minute.
Candace Owens isn't just throwing shade at Mikey McCoy. She's also hinting that something's seriously off with Erika Kirk's behavior. Her actions right after the incident have everyone scratching their heads. Both she and Pastor Rob McCoy, yes, Mikey's own father, claim they got a call from him immediately after Charlie Kirk's accident. But here's the catch. Their timelines don't match. One swears it was right after the loud bang. The other says it happened before help even arrived. So, who's telling the truth? That's when the name, the great Mikey McCoy, started circling again. Witnesses say he was right there before it all went down. Now the internet's on fire asking, are they hiding something bigger? The timelines clash, the versions keep changing, and that mysterious phone call has become the heart of every theory. Whoever Mikey actually spoke to could be the key to this entire bizarre puzzle. Something strange is brewing, like a quiet betrayal from the very people Charlie trusted most. Fans are calling it the ultimate backstab. And with every new clip that drops, the details get colder and creepier. Supporters are now demanding a full-scale investigation into Mikey McCoy, the man once known as Charlie's right-hand ally, because his calm, emotionless reaction just doesn't line up with the chaos happening around him. And the viral clip that's breaking the internet, Mikey McCoy walks in eerie silence, phone in hand, eyes locked forward. No panic, no confusion, just calm, steady steps through total chaos. Right after the deafening noise that jolted the entire room, he lifts the phone to his ear. Viewers can't stop asking, who's he calling? And why isn't he checking on Charlie Kirk? At this point, it's no longer just about a video. It's about trust, loyalty, and what people really do when no one's watching. Online sleuths are zooming in frame by frame, dissecting every flicker, every movement. And here's the thing, none of it adds up. Seconds after the noise, Mikey stays stone still, unbothered, not even glancing back. It's almost too calm, as if he already knew what was coming. Remember, this isn't just anyone. He's Charlie's chief of staff, his closest ally, the same man Erika Kirk once called amazing. Now that word stings differently. Because seriously, if your own boss collapsed in front of you, could you stay that composed? Or does that kind of calm come only from someone who already knows the script? Slow the footage down and it gets even more chilling. Mikey dials, walks away, and leaves seconds before Charlie loses his balance. It feels less like coincidence, more like foresight. The internet has dubbed it the suspicious moment. Reporters are tearing through every second, and fans can't stop asking, why didn't he react? Who was on the other end of that call that mattered more than his fallen friend? Every frame deepens the mystery, and Mikey's silence only fuels the fire. As Charlie is carried out to a waiting SUV, Mikey doesn't even turn around. Just stands there, back to the chaos, eyes fixed on his phone, as if he's tuned into another world, one that already knew exactly how this scene would play out.